All right, we are back. I'm joined by Jeannie Franklin again. Welcome back, Jeannie. All right, so we are down to the final two in every division.
Yes. And the last round, we had a lot of exciting bowling with the ladies and our 190 and above average
Yeah,
bowlers.
and it was one pin also on the 189 and under. So
Yeah.
it's getting crazy.
It's getting close.
All right, so what do we have here? So we have let's run down the final names. So we have Lewis. Oh, I'm gonna need. Let me get my sheets in order. But Lewis, is he on my top one? I don't know Lewis's last name. Do you know Lewis's? Oh, here he is. Lewis Layboy Sr., right? I'm hoping.
Yeah.
And then we also have Aaron Roos down there. Those are the final two in the 189 and under division. And then we have next up is the senior division. And it looks like we have Debbie.
Debbie Ensminger.
Thank you.
She is an awesome bowler.
Nice. And then she's joined by Mr. James Bridges.
Yep.
And then in the 190 and over division, we have Chris Johnson, who has
Yep.
bowled 250 every game.
Nice. Yep.
And he's joined by Dylan Simmerman, who I heard some cheering down there for Mr. Dylan. And then in our women's division, we have Caitlin Nelson. And we have, who's our other? Oh, Stacy. Stacy Mark. So those are our final two in each division, which just getting to this point is huge.
It is.
And then, so these bowlers are guaranteed a. Wow, he almost
Wow.
picked that up. Good try,
Almost
Dylan.
got it.
These bowlers are guaranteed a nice check. They're walking away. I'd have to pull up the prize fund unless you know what. Do you happen to know what they get?
They get $500.
$500 this
Yes.
round. Okay, and then they'll also get the nice Yeti cup. They'll get
Yes.
the swag, the storm swag, and they get that cool backpack.
I know.
I'm jealous.
So am I.
I said if a backpack is missing, it's right under my feet.
Yes.
Come look
I
here.
will be scanning the concourse before I leave.
I know. Did anyone leave a backpack?
Did anyone leave a backpack?
I don't think anyone's leaving that backpack.
Or a Yeti.
Yep. So through the first couple, can't quite see down to the women's pair. You see how many pins Caitlin? Caitlin's not getting any pins, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And each of the ladies has an open right now.
Okay.
So Stacy went spare open. Caitlin went open spare.
Gotcha.
And CJ started off with the open, but he's followed up with a 3-bagger.
Nice.
So he's in good shape right now. But he looks like he's given up 20 some pins.
I think
Is it
that's true. Yeah.
31. Yep, there it is, 31 pins. So he's got to overcome 31.
Oh, wow. So, and then Miss Debbie started with a double, spared it up over here, and James started with an open and went double. So
And Debbie is the one that's giving up 38 pins. So she needs to outbowl James.
So Debbie needs to get back on the strike train, which she looked like she had it. So I don't know. Nerves would really be hitting at this point for me.
Especially to carry the corner pins. Like I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
this is what their 4th or 5th game. So now we're really starting to see some carry down
Yeah, it's getting tight.
and some lighter hits and lighter carries and
Splits.
splits.
Yeah. they
Splits
get into
because
trouble.
now they're trying to force it in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so CJ left a 10 pin, just like you said. Got
Yep.
it got a little tight. Picked it up. Not sure if he was very confident with that, but
I wasn't very confident. It did not look good off his hand.
right.
He just shook his head. I don't think he thought it looked good off his hand either.
I don't think so. I don't think that's what he was going for.
No. James, our senior, throwing a 3-bagger over there.
Look at him.
Look
I
at
love it.
them.
And he's got some fans. And as we hoped, people have stuck around today, so they're going to cheer on someone win that Ford Bronco.
The concourse is actually full behind us. So This is getting fun.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna get loud too. It's gonna be fun. Oh, good job by Miss Caitlin down there.
So Caitlin bowls league here. She
Ah.
bowls Wednesday night.
Nice. Home field advantage.
A little, yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's any home field advantage in this tournament.
I don't know that she really knows the lanes like I do.
Yeah.
But she has improved her game so much within the last year or two. So she's throwing it great today.
Yeah, and she used to work at the USBC, and we worked a lot with Caitlin on some of the marketing initiatives, and so it was fun to see her today. She came up, she's like, "Do you remember me?" I'm like, "Of course I remember you."
Yep.
So now she's moved on to, she's working with colleges, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
So.
And Stacy bowls out of Rowlett, which is one of the Dallas bowling centers. So there were actually a couple of Dallas bowling centers that hopped on board there at the last minute.
Nice.
We got approval through Platinum Ford. We're like, hey, we got some Dallas bowling centers. Since we're merging, they want to participate. And Adam's like, bring them on. So
I love it.
Stacy actually bowls out of Rowlett, which is far northeast Dallas.
That's cool.
Debbie Insminger, she bowls out of Watauga.
Nice.
So that's the North Fort Worth side. James seems very familiar. I want to say he might actually bowl here.
Okay.
And then CJ bowls out of Plano. Plano was Dallas
Center that joined.
Dallas Center that joined. Yep. So we've got people from all over bowling today.
It's awesome.
Yep.
I just love it. And I really love the new bowlers that came out today and, never bowled a tournament, and they came out and bowled this one. So
it would have been
cool.
nice if we could have taken a few minutes at the very beginning before, everyone was here at noon. We started at 1. It would have been cool if we could have actually taken a picture. If this is your first tournament, go out on the approach, and so we can actually see
that would have
the
been
new bowlers that we have.
Yeah, you always think of that stuff after always.
Yes.
Yeah, it's every time.
Well, we're so busy,
getting ready,
checking in, making sure our ducks are in a row, that we have a smooth tournament. That we don't think about the side stuff.
Yep,
we'll do that next time.
Totally, I love that. But we do know for a fact that a lot of bowlers, we talked to them, and it was their first tournament, so it's pretty cool. All right, so Caitlin, who's giving pins, but Stacy's not. She had strike spare, so.
Yeah, Stacy actually has, is it 2 opens?
Yeah.
Stacy has 2 opens. Caitlin does have a split. From where we're at, she does have a 7-pin.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is, for me, it's a fairly common pickup. But, of course, at this time, the 2 went around the 7.
Yeah, of course it did.
Of course it did.
It always does that when you need
it the most.
Yeah. I don't know if you mentioned it, too. I think Stacy helps with our friend Donna Connor. She helps at the Striking Against Breast Cancer tournament. And that's the jersey she's wearing. And she's got the spare ball down there, which is pretty cool. It's another great event. You guys have it all down here in Texas. I'm moving to Texas. I'm coming.
If you don't mind the 105-degree weather today.
Yeah, good point. I don't know.
But I live south of the Red River for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't do below 40 degrees. That's out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. It's a little hot down here. I'll give you that.
But I do not live in Houston. The humidity, can't handle the humidity.
And you have humidity here too, so.
Yeah, but it's not as bad.
No, it's
if
not.
you go to Houston, you're like, oh, Dallas feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, she almost left the pocket 8-10.
But she didn't.
She did
so
not.
that's a good break right now. Take that. It would have been a bad break, so it went from bad break to excellent break.
And Stacy's boyfriend, Joe Finling, actually drills my bowling equipment.
Very nice. I was talking to Joe earlier.
Yep. He's got the pro shop at Rowlett.
Nice.
So I drive 45 minutes to go see Joe.
That's cool. All right. So our 189 and under is wrapping up down there, but it looks like I cannot for the life of me see. It looks like Lewis has a pretty significant lead. But don't quote me because I'm having trouble.
Yeah, the monitors are a little tough to read here.
Well, and I'm trying to read the bottom line because it's actually easier to read that. And it looks like Aaron, I think Aaron needed that first one because I think he's in the 160s and Lewis is already in the 180s. Yeah, so I think Lewis will be moving on.
So Debbie is actually on her game. If she strikes out, she can shoot 250. James had that 3-bagger in spare, but he just opened and left the door open for Debbie.
Can't open right now.
But Debbie does have to make up 38 pins. And CJ's match over here is a little close as well.
Absolutely.
Because Dylan is striking.
Spares it up.
Oh, Debbie knocked out the 7 to save a split.
Now, I saw Stacy down in the low-end match. She just unfortunately missed a spare. And Caitlin is on a strike. Let's see what she does here. Is that a double?
She's crossing over, so I'm assuming that was a double
That
and
is a
carried
double.
the 7.
All right.
Yeah, Caitlin has to overcome 10 pins over Stacy.
Okay.
And it looks like she's handling up quite well. Stacy's just got a few too many opens right now.
Gotcha. And down in our 189 and under, Lewis did win. So I'm confirming that.
All
Lewis will be moving on to the finals. And then still Debbie. Well, you'll see James step up on his open. Let's see what he can do there.
Caitlin just left a wrap 10.
Oh, that was Dylan's 9th frame.
It was. CJ struck in the 9th with his game face on. He is very focused. He's just waiting for Dylan to give him an opportunity.
And we have James just left a split.
Yeah, I think James is running out of room.
I think he is too. So Caitlin spared up her 10 pin.
She did. She's in control of that match over there right now. Man, Dylan's looking good.
That was a good shot right there. Good shot at it for James, too.
Stacy putting it back in the pocket. She's
going to move this camera over here so we can see the final match
loading
over
up
here.
a strike. Dylan is striking out. Let's see what his max score. Dylan's going to shoot 266 if he strikes out. And CJ cannot get there. He can only strike out for 230.
So this could be it, folks.
So it looks like Dylan will be moving on because he struck out.
Yeah, and that one. Yeah. So
yep.
Dylan is bowling for the Bronco.
Oh, and Stacy taps out the 10 for a double. She just doubled. We got a match with the ladies again.
Back in it.
It's just going back and forth.
My friend James left the 124. Let's see if we can spare this up, which it looks good. Spares it up.
So James is still up by we'll call it 10.
Yep.
Because Debbie is working on a spare. Caitlin rolls the bucket. Can she catch some hook?
Oh, Debbie didn't like that one off her hand.
I didn't like that one off her hand either.
You can see her. She just like, threw it out the window.
She needs to spare. She spares. She should be down about 5-ish if the scores are adding up correctly.
Yeah.
Caitlin kicking out the 7. Caitlin now has a double.
Good spare by Debbie.
Nice spare. And CJ finishes out with the 230, but Dylan,
Just commanded it.
He did.
266.
he
Yeah.
showed up. He shot 235 scratch.
Yep. And CJ really had a good game. He just had that
He
first
did, yep.
open, and that was really it. But
Caitlin rolls another one.
he's going to throw one more. Now, can you see what?
She can shoot 204,
Okay.
so I'm not quite sure. Well, Stacy just went Brooklyn, but carried. So I'm not quite sure what Stacy can get to. So Caitlin can shoot 204. It looks like Stacy may only get to 202.
Good shot by Caitlin.
Yep.
Wrap 10 again.
So if that's 203,
It
yep,
it is.
203.
Yep.
It looks like she's got 171. And the ring 10.
So Caitlin's moving on.
So Caitlin is moving on. Dylan's moving on. Debbie got her first strike in the 10th.
Got the second one.
And she just got the second one. So she can shoot 224. And I think with good count, she can shut out James. James should only be able to get to 220.
I think you're right.
He can
I'm
only
trying to
get,
look at these
He
handicaps.
can only get 40
Yep.
if they're adding up correctly.
I know, that's.
I think he can only get 40.
I think so.
No, so maybe that's 230. Maybe he can get to 230. So,
92.
all right, I think
Yeah.
James is going to have to double.
Yep, 224. Yep. Yeah, he
So,
can get to 230.
230,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so we need at least this one.
He has to have the first one.
We'll start here. We'll start with one. We'll
Yep.
go one at a time.
Yeah.
Like we tell the kids.
That looks good. Oh, my goodness.
wow.
It checked up.
Yeah,
Where did
Greek
that hook
church.
come from?
Man, I'll tell you. All right, so Debbie moves on, and they're already getting our final pair done. We are going to actually shut down this feed because we have to get some cameras put in the right places, and we'll be back for the finals. We are almost
1 and
final.
4.
It's amazing.
1 and 4 is going to win
A Bronco.
Bronco.
We're coming for the Bronco.